At the close of business on Saturday afternoon, Ohio University football's regular season will be half over, and the Cats hope they're perfect through 6 weeks. It's 5-0 and 1-0 Ohio, and 1-3 and 0-1 the University at Buffalo Bulls. It's time for Bobcat TV's Game Week preview for home game number 3 of the season. I'm Russ Eisenstein. It's funny to see how the schedule is all laid out. Last week, Ohio made more plays than UMass did, and thus the Cats escaped Gillette Stadium with a 37-34 win. Last year in the Nickel City, Buffalo made more plays than Ohio did, and thus the Bulls won 38-37. So a week after doing what Buffalo did to them last year, the Cats see the Bulls at Peden Stadium. It's also funny that 37 was the total. Ohio had 37 in the win last week. Ohio had 37 points in the 1-point loss last year at U at B. Revenge on their minds against the Bulls? Maybe, but 6-0 seems to carry more weight. Let's take a look at the 2012 Buffalo Bulls. When a team starts a season 1-3, with 2 of those games coming against BCS schools, with one of those contests against an FCS team, you'd expect a win would have come against a 1AA club, and they'd be blown out by the BCS boys. The first part is true, the second part isn't when talking about Buffalo. The Bulls' lone win was over Morgan State, but they did more than hold their own at Georgia and at UConn. The Bulldogs did win 45-23 in the opener, but U at B trailed by just 8 at the break. The Bulls lost last week at UConn 24-17. They were up at the end of one and had a bullish comeback in the fourth quarter. This is MAC game number 2 for Buffalo. It lost 23-7 at home to Kent State in week 3. Junior quarterback Alex Zordich is a Youngstown native. He's thrown for just under 700 yards with 7 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. He's also the team's active leading rusher. Bulldozing running back Brandon Oliver went down to injury in the loss to the Flashes. Brandon Murray had 55 yards and a touchdown at UConn. Sure-handed junior wide receiver Alex Newts is the top aerial target. He has 6 touchdowns to lead the team this year. The Big Bull is on the defensive side. You'd be hard-pressed to find one better in the league or across the country than junior outside linebacker Khalil Mack. Through 4 games, one less than a lot of other teams have played, he has 11 tackles for loss. That's number 1 in the land. He had 3.5 last week. As far as NFL prospects go, Mack could be the best in the MAC. He brings strength, power, and quickness. He's a hard guard for any team Buffalo faces. The Bulls average 390 yards per game and give up 403. As for beating the Bobcats in 2011, third-year head coach Jeff Quinn says that doesn't mean much for 2012.
Last year was last year. 2 different teams, going into this. But, Ohio's a very talented team. They're extremely well coached. They play hard. They were able to bounce back after our game last year.
Our coverage on the People's Bank Ohio IMG Sports Network starts at 11 o'clock with the kick at noon. Tom Hodson, Rob Cornelius, and I will be on the call. It's also on ESPN3. But we want to see you at Peden Stadium. How about another crowd north of 20,000? Should be a good day for football. All right, everybody, we've got you previewed for Ohio and Buffalo. For Chris Sabo and the rest of the outstanding Bobcat TV crew, I'm Russ Eisenstein. This is Bobcat TV.